Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you my favorite underrated product. This is not something that I see a lot of people do, but I think this is such a fun idea. Like, I love that idea of the products that don't get a lot of hype but are still really great. There's so many great products out there, but only a few of them actually get talked about and get hyped up. So today I'm going to show you my favorite products that are underrated but I love and are some really great products. So I think we can just go ahead and start with the video. My first favorite underrated product is my #1 favorite one. It is the best underrated product out there. I'm not joking. This is Too Faced Bronzed and Poreless Pore Perfecting Bronzer. I don't hear anyone talk about it. Like, no one is talking about this one. But honestly, this is one of the best bronzers that you can get. It's so good because the consistency is just like a HD like pore perfecting type powder. Like, it is very soft, like almost like silicone-y feeling. Not silicone-y, but very soft. And the color is beautiful. It is a matte bronzer. It is really great if you have more of a light skin tone. If you're medium to dark, this is way too light. I wish that they could have come up with some more colors, but if you're like fair to light to medium, you can definitely use this one. I've seen this one on my friend that has more of a like medium skin and it looks beautiful. So this one is one of my all-time favorite bronzers. Like, top 3 bronzers, you will find the Too Faced Bronze and Poreless because it's amazing. You can get this at Sephora. Obviously, it's Too Faced. Too Faced is a very popular brand, but for a really weird reason, no one is talking about the Bronze and Poreless one. I think this one is so much better than the Chocolate Solei one. So, just saying, this product is amazing. I also have some products from NYX, which NYX is not an underrated brand. It's a very popular brand. But these 2 products don't get a lot of hype, I feel like. The first product that I have here is the Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. First off, I have to say, almost all of the products that I own, I buy because I've heard someone talk about it. So, just saying, I've only heard Emily Noel talk about this one, no one else, so that is the reason why I call it underrated. I've never heard anyone talk about it other than her, but this eyebrow gel is great. It's definitely not as stiff as the Anastasia one. Definitely a really great product. One of my favorite eyebrow gels. Another product that is super underrated from NYX is the High Definition Eyeshadow Base. Beautiful eyeshadow base. Not really beautiful because you can't really see it that you have it on, but it is really great. Makes your eyeshadow last all day, makes the eyeshadow more pigmented. It's just an amazing eyeshadow primer. So these 2 products from NYX are amazing. And then I have a few blushes here. These are from the brand Jordana, I don't know. You can call it whatever, but it is their blushes. They're so good. These blushes are just as good as any other high-end product that you will find. I have the color Coral Sandy Beach and the color Touch of Pink. Touch of Pink is one of my favorite blushes in the whole entire world. This one is, can you see that color? That is perfection. It's the perfect cheek color. I love it. It is beautiful. And the packaging is really great as well. These are just a couple of dollars, so very cheap. I don't think they look that cheap. So the other color that we have is Coral Sandy Beach. It's beautiful. It's kind of that Orgasm from NARS type color. These are so beautiful, but they're definitely underrated. Then we have a bronzer. This one is from Bourjois, and this is in the color this one is the bronzer, which is called Delice de Solei. The color that I have is the color 14 Olive/Tan Skin, which this packaging, I don't know if I like it. It's kind of like a grandma packaging, like something you'll find in your grandma's makeup collection. Not that any grandmas probably have a makeup collection, but you guys get what I mean. Honestly, I don't hear anyone talk about it, but it is honestly one of my favorite bronzers. It smells really good. The color is beautiful. It's one of my favorite bronzers. So if you are in the place where they sell Bourjois, definitely try out this one. I like this one better than the chocolate bronzer from Bourjois, which I actually have right here. I prefer the Delice de Solei over this chocolate one, which I love the packaging of this one. Obviously, it looks like chocolate. But I think this one is more of a bronzy color. This one is kind of light. But I prefer the Delice de Solei one over it. Then I have a lipstick, and this one is from H&M. H&M came out with a full line of beauty products and makeup line, and it kind of got hyped up, but I feel like it got hyped up and then no one talked about it. This happens to a lot of companies, and it did happen with the H&M products, but I really like their lipsticks, so I would actually recommend you guys trying these lipsticks. They look like this, kind of, some people like the packaging. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I wish it was just all gold, not the white cap. I don't know. It looks like this. The color that I love is in the color In a Nutshell number 10, I think. 010. Beautiful everyday color. It is kind of that brown, gray type color that has been so popular lately. This color is beautiful and I love it a lot. It's moisturizing, looks beautiful on the lips. These are really great and definitely underrated. Then we have a powder. This one is from Smashbox and it's their Halo Hydrating Perfecting Powder, which this one looks like that. I also have the bronzer in this line. I don't like the bronzer as much as I like the regular powder. It is really, really good because it is a hydrating powder. It makes your skin look amazing. But even me with very oily skin can use this powder. So this is a great powder because it works on dry skin and oily skin. So this is beautiful. I have the color Light, which is like a perfect match. I love this this powder is beautiful. I would only be using this powder if it wasn't as expensive. I really like the Rimmel Stay Matte powder as well. That one is like holy grail. But this one is probably my favorite high-end powder. So this one is underrated. I have never heard anyone talk about it, but the Smashbox Halo powder is really, really great. My next favorite is also a bronzer. I'm sorry guys, I've already showed you two underrated bronzers, but this one is a good one, I promise. This one is from the brand MIYO. I can never pronounce that brand, but it's their Sun-Kissed Matte Bronzer. This one got over all of my expectations. I got a package from this brand and I liked some of the products, but I didn't fall in love with any of them except for this bronzer. I don't think I've ever hit pan on a bronzer this fast before, and it has 10 grams in it, so it has a lot of product, just as much as in any other product, but I use the crap out of this bronzer. This one is amazing. It is the perfect color. I think that's the reason why I've used it so much. It's the perfect bronzing color. It smells really good. It's very, very inexpensive. The consistency is kind of on the drier side. It does not look dry on our skin whatsoever. It looks super natural. Perfect color. This is one of those bronzers that you can use as a contour and also bronze with it because the color is just so unique, so amazing. It's the reason I have hit pan on it, and I have a lot of bronzers, so that says a lot. Then I also wanted to talk about two brands that I feel like is kind of underrated. They're not very underrated, they're very successful brands, so don't get me wrong, they're very popular brands in a way, but I feel like they should get more hype, if that makes any sense. I don't really hear any hype about these products. So the first brand that I wanted to talk about is Inglot. Inglot is such a good brand. They have amazing quality. I've never tried a product from Inglot that I don't like. They have really, really great pigmented products. I have an eyeshadow palette from them, which I really like. Compares to MAC 100%. They're really, really good. Pigmented, good, beautiful eyeshadows. If I would ever make a palette, I would probably make something similar to this because this palette is just bomb. Inglot also has the best contour and highlight powders out there. I'm not joking. These are so good. Very, very, very similar to Kat Von D products. It's kind of annoying because I've used up one of them and I have broken the other one. But it looks like this. You just have a very good contour shade here, but as you can see, I've used it up. It's a yellow shade, and here's a really great color to set concealer with, which is very pale, like really light. And then we have a bronzer shade. So this contour kit is just amazing, and I don't hear anyone talk about it. So this one is really, really good, and I highly recommend it. And Inglot also has the best pigments and glitters ever. Well, they're just as good as MAC and all of those things, but I don't hear anyone talk about the Inglot ones, but they're just as good and they have so many beautiful colors. I feel like Inglot has the prettiest pigments ever because they're so unique. I have 81, which is beautiful because it's like, it's half gold and half burgundy. So in some lights it looks burgundy, in some light it looks gold. Then one of my favorite pigments ever, which is Inglot 85. I've actually used a lot of this one. You can actually see that I've used it, which has never happened with a pigment before. But this one is a green, red, purple. Some lights it looks green, some light it looks red, some light it looks purple. Such a fun color. Very similar to MAC Blue Brown pigment. Also have another pigment from Inglot. This is a little bit chunkier and a little bit more glittery. This is the color 63. It's just a copper shade, but it's the prettiest copper ever. Inglot pigments are amazing. Sculpting powder, great. Eyeshadows, amazing. They are actually very, very good and not that much talked about, I feel like. The next brand that I wanted to talk about that I feel like is underrated is Sleek. Sleek is great makeup. They have great products. I really, really like them. So they have the most pigmented eyeshadows that you will get. I love Sleek. Beautiful, beautiful eyeshadows. I have this one called Sunset. Beautiful warm tone eyeshadow palette. Then we have Storm, which is honestly the perfect everyday palette. It looks like this. Mine is actually broke because I've traveled with this one a lot. It's beautiful. As you can see, I've actually hit pan on one of the colors. A very much used palette. They have some other really, really pretty ones as well. They have a ton of them. And I know that Sleek is getting bigger because it actually just came to Norway now. We can actually get Sleek at H&M now. So it definitely is growing, but I feel like a lot of people haven't heard about it. But Sleek is so good. I love their eyeshadows. They're just amazing. Also, their face products are so good. I have two of these like trios. I have one that is like a blush palette. This one is called Blush by 3. The other one is a face form. This one is in color light. And this one has a bronzer, a highlight, and a blush. I love the bronzer, obviously. Great. Also, you can get the blushes single like this. I only have one. I used to have a lot more, but I only have one now. This is in the color Coral. They also have those matte liquid lipsticks, which are quite good. And I like Sleek. I think Sleek is underrated and I would really recommend them. They're really great. Sleek also has a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful highlight palette. I think, that highlight palette is so pretty, but it's always sold out where I live. But if you can find the highlight palette from Sleek, you need to try it. It is beautiful. I also think that Sleek is coming out with like contour products, so it's really cool. So Sleek is definitely not an unknown brand, but it's not super hyped up or talked about, which I feel like it deserves. So that was actually it for my underrated products. Of course, some of these products are talked about and stuff like that, but for me, I feel like they are underrated and I feel like they deserve more attention, so I wanted to give them that in this video. Don't forget to click the like button and comment in the comment section what you thought about the video. What are your favorite underrated product? And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!